Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him name your traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him name your traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as
Hello, bonjour and bonani. Welcome to Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset, more especially under these circumstances. So this network has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. My name is Dr. Riel Ngunene, and I'm going to be your host for today. So if you're watching us online, please feel free to put in the chat box where you're watching us from and what you hope to achieve from our podcast. Today, we are surrounded by greatness in the World Wide Web. We have amazing speakers who's going to share some nuggets on financial freedom. So in Switzerland, we have Corinne Fetch. And in Germany, we have Dr. Jamie Jo Johnson. So at this moment, I'll just let our speakers to introduce themselves. So you can go ahead, Corinne.
Yes, welcome. And thank you for having me here. It's an absolute pleasure to be on this panel, on this summit, on this incredible topic. My name is Corinne Furch, as you heard, from Switzerland. I'm a mom of two. I'm working as a coach. I'm helping women become financially independent and start their own online business with the right mindset. That's my topic. To talk a little bit or tell you a little bit about private stuff, I'm a cat lover and I call myself an early morning walking queen. Actually, I'm coming out of the field of nutrition and health, and moving and walking is something which is very, very important. And I'm on my path to greater heights at the moment. So rising awareness and growing is the point.
I love that. It's such a great honor to have you, Corinne. And I am really, really looking forward to hear more of your message. And hopefully I will get my spark back into my own life by the end of this. Thank you. You can go ahead, Dr. Jamie, and please introduce yourself.
Thank you. Great morning, good afternoon, evening to everybody listening. Thank you, Dr. Rial, for having me. I honor you and all that the Lord is doing through you, ma'am. Greetings to you too, Miss Corinne. Such an honor to share the platform with you. To all of you that's listening, thank you for saying yes to investing an hour into your life and destiny. So my name is Dr. Jamie Jo Johnson. I am the founder and the lead consultant of Kingdom Harvest Her. And what I do, I am a master of many trades, but I currently am a life skills mastery and success coach while pursuing my postgraduate as a medical practitioner. So A fun fact about me that you asked, Dr. Ria, would be that I'm a creative intellectual. I know now that's two extreme worlds in one body, but that's me. Okay, I'm elusive, creates environment, I'm abstract, but at the same time, I love science, philosophy, I'm deep because I find purpose in everything to life. And I know both of these require systems and processes to successfully grow. So that's me, because everything from the most romantic things to the most creative of our dreams, they require skills that you need to master. So I like to create, design, brand, but most importantly, I love impacting and lifting people as I climb. I love nature, sunshine, reading, writing, worshiping, playing and laughing. So those that know me know I love to laugh and make other people laugh.
I love that. I love that. And yes, I know it for a fact that you are so creative, and you just push others to be as creative as you are. I remember when I booked that call with you, I was like, oh my goodness, how do you do that? But anyways, it's such a great honor to have you, Dr. Jemmy, and I'm looking forward to hear more of your message. Thank you for being with us. So Corinne, I have a question for you. If you happen to have your own billboard, I can see your billboard coming down there in the busy highway in Switzerland. What will your billboard say?
Yeah, as my slogan is on my background, get the sparkle back into your life. Be ready to work for that. It's not just happen for nothing, for no reasons, but there is or are great opportunities for every one of us in life when we are open to receive and becoming aware of this force which is all around us. So I think that's the point who made me switch from just traditional nutrition side to this mindset side, because I had this feeling that something is missing, like a piece of a puzzle was not there yet. And I was happy to find it 3 years ago. So I'm absolutely grateful for all I have today and everything which is going to be coming to me as well.
Wow, I love it. I love it. Get your sparkle back into your life, but you can't get that sparkle without working for it. I love that, because some of us, we expect miracles without like putting in the effort. I love that. I love that. Well, how about you, Dr. Jemmy? Maybe your billboard is already, I don't know where your billboard is going to be anyways. Maybe is it going to be in the US? Is it going to be in India? Is it going to be, what will your billboard say?
Thank God we have the virtual space, so maybe I can make it global. Who knows? So, what my billboard would say, ma'am, would be, you are appointed for favor and destined for greatness. But your life is too short to experiment your way to greatness. So what I mean by that is, people do say that experience is the best teacher, but the way I say it is, it's preferred as the best teacher, but instruction is actually the best teacher. So, and why do we say that? Because success leaves a template. It does leave clues. So what do we have to do? Seek wisdom, gain understanding, and remember that asking for help is not weakness. It's actually strategy and wisdom. So my billboard is going to say, you are appointed for favor, destined for greatness, but your life is too short to experiment your way to that greatness. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I love it. You are appointed for favor, destined for greatness, right? Wow. I always say that we're all destined for greatness. So it kind of connects with my message, my everyday message, really, that we're all destined for greatness. You know, starting from getting your spark back in your life and then being appointed for that favor. So I believe my billboard will be that billboard driving down the highway, and it's going to say, what, the sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. And it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. So we're going to get started. We have Corinne Fetch. Corinne Fetch is a mindset success coach who lives in Switzerland. So for several years, she has helped women and mothers to become financially independent with a clear strategy and a higher level of awareness of money, success, as well as health. So today she works as much or as little as she wants from anywhere in the world. Corinne originally studied nutrition and dietetics and have specialized in weight management for the last 30 years. The issue of money and financial independence came into her life as she dropped from her high-paying managerial job in the food industry to pocket money levels when she first became a mom. She was looking for ways to balance family, woman, businesswoman, as well as independence. That brought her to her first passive income with a classic product network. In March 2020, that was the decisive one she reached. For the very first time in her life, she bought herself professional coaching in a 5-figure range and immersed herself in the knowledge of mindset, consciousness, universal laws, and the power of attraction. Today, Corinne meet other mothers and women where they are. If health, self-confidence, and body awareness are not yet in harmony, they start there. Her vision is to help as many mothers as possible to be in such a good financial position that they can decide whether they want to work for fun or look after their children at home themselves. Corinne is saying that no woman should have to have their children looked after by someone else if she has the joy and the financial means to do it just by herself. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Corinne Fetch.
Thank you so much. This sounds amazing, hearing you read that. This is incredibly powerful. Thank you so much for doing this, Dr. Rial. That's amazing. Yes, I think financial freedom starts with our awareness. I'm so happy that we do have great teachers outside in economy that teaches us another way of thinking about money. Not before that, I had no idea how much I was on a traditional way. I always felt a little bit special about myself because I'm a very positive person for life. But having this awareness or this knowledge coming to you, it was Robert Kiyosaki teaching me the first time that self-employment is no way to be free. And for me, that was the first point of understanding that not having a job was always something I was quite proud about. That I said, I'm not normal. I'm not having a job. So I go and make myself self-employed, but realizing that this is actually not the key to freedom was quite annoying to me, actually. And I have a lot of people, when I'm talking to people today, especially women, many of them telling me they do or they are entrepreneurs. And when I'm asking them, what happened when you start working tomorrow? How much do you earn? They say, nothing. So I say, then you're not an entrepreneur. You are self-employed. When you are the only one earning money and working for money, then you are not an entrepreneur. So this way of thinking about money, it was really Mr. Robert Kiyosaki teaching me to say, you have to change the way you look at money and you have to change the side on the money you are at. And entrepreneur and being investor is a completely different side of it, right? So nobody is teaching us in a classic economic situation. And I had this awareness of becoming then in a network marketing company because I said, this is one path. This is one way. And I stick to that because I said, okay, I'm on my way. I'm going to be fine with that. Until it happened, March 2020. And I had to realize that my entrepreneurship wasn't so stable as I was thinking of. I was so proud about myself having these different income streams set already beside. And then only to realize that no way, when something so big is happening like we had in March 20, okay, then you're going to have to prove how good your financial situation really is. And I have realized how naive I was, to be honest. Today I can laugh about it, but it was top serious this when I realized I'm here at home. I can't work anymore. I can't see my clients, my people. I can't teach anymore. I was working with companies. but everything was surrounded with people. When you're not allowed to be in contact with people, what's then? So this was very, very interesting. That's when, yeah, I know this was the universe, however you want to call it. It was attraction when I met Mr. Bob Proctor for the first time and joined his courses online because of the circumstances. Normally you go to Canada, which would have never been possible for me to do. So I joined this online course about paradigm shift, and I realized, wow, what a potential is in our mind. And from there, I went step by step, then joining his 1 year personal coaching, his mentorship program he was doing. And then with this, my journey began. I learned so much about how the nature is working, how our mindset is influencing our life, how much our capability of visualization is important for our future. This was, it's still breathtaking for me when I'm talking about it, because this was such a shift in life for me, such a door opener. And then I realized this was my missing puzzle piece I was looking for. This was the point which, with all my coaching as a health coach, which I would say I did quite successfully, but there was always this point to not have the chance to work fully with the people, to just teach them knowledge, to just coach them through a process, and not really sufficiently have the possibility to have something sustainable with them. And that's what I have now. I can really coach women to become on their best body confidence situation, because we start with our self-image, we start with our mind, with our picture about ourselves, to rise this and then to become really, really strong. I have realized that health, business, and success is directly in a correlation. And many people have laughed about me when I started talking about that. They said, aren't you going to mix up everything? And I said, when health and body and self-image, and especially, are not in alignment, money won't come. That's so, so powerful. And once we have learned that, it's absolutely, absolutely clear about that. And I'm very grateful for have this knowledge, have this possibility to coach through people which are open. And we can start, as you said in my bio, it doesn't matter where you're at, as long as we decide to change something. I had the chance, after my coaching program, I felt lost a bit. I had a lot of knowledge, but I have no idea how to implement that. I had some ideas, some visions, but I didn't have the practical skills. I was not an online coach. I was a one-to-one coach for more than 25 years, right? And I had to learn a lot of stuff, technical issues, like doing these meetings online, producing courses, whatever. But I have met a great community, all of people which are on this path of financial success, which are on the path of rising the awareness day by day even more, and which were far ahead of myself. Once again, after this coaching, I felt like, I did it. I have new knowledge. I'm a big fish now, right? And I felt that I couldn't move anymore. My network marketing became too small for me. Only having one additional income was not enough anymore, because it was really my mentor telling me, Corinne, when you have one residual income, why not have 10? And I realized I never thought about that. That's a good idea. And I started asking, where do I get additional income? Passive income, recurring income, not working more, working hard, because this was my paradigm. I was trained like that. When you want to earn more, you just work harder. Who thinks the same thing? Just go out and do better and harder. And I felt that's not correct. I don't want to do that. It has to be easy, has to be effortless. And the rest is history. I built more than 7 more additional income streams last year. Big ones, small ones, growing. Having this possibility to have this knowledge now and to give it to others really, really makes me proud and so confident about the future, because there are no more limitations. I'm the smallest fish now in a great ocean, and I have the potential to grow and to take others with me. And that's such a great feeling. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, Corinne, what a profound, much needed message around building multiple streams of income, really. You know, I believe like 2020, more especially that March, a lot happened because a lot happened on my end, March 2020, while we were just focusing on the pandemic, but we were also like gaining, you know, the pandemic skills. So throughout the whole pandemic, I believe we've got like more than 10 skills. More than 10 skills that we can actually survive. You've mentioned that building multiple streams of income and let that money help you to start new resources of incomes is the strategy for long-term wealth. And you've also mentioned that becoming financial independent has never been an easy on any given day. It's not an easy journey, but keeping the money and let it grow. You've mentioned that these are two different topics. We shouldn't just confuse it. Wow, thank you so much, Corinne, for such a profound, much needed message. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So now we are going to Germany, where we have Dr. Jamie Jo Johnson. Jo Johnson, I love it. I love it. So Dr. Jamie is full of passion and fire, a voice for such a time as this. And she's paving new grounds for how faith is engaged in today's culture. And it's easy to understand why. So Dr. Jamie is passionate about reaching the lost souls, strengthening leadership, effectively communicating the message of hope through Jesus Christ, and championing the cause of justice in the church and the world. So in the past few years, she has traveled to over not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7 countries. And she has helped numerous individuals learn how to rewire their brain, use their mind to detox, grow their brain to conquer their fears, reclaim their authority in Christ, and launch their true kingdom purpose to ultimately succeed in every area of their lives. So Dr. Jamie Jo Johnson is the lead consultant and co-founder of Kingdom Harvest Her. Wow, I love that. She's also a medical doctor and has completed a diploma in psychology, CTH, and a bachelor's in theology while graduating as the valedictorian of her batch. So she currently works as a coach's coach at a leading Christian leadership academy in the US, while also pursuing her postgraduate, and has launched multiple coaching programs since December 2021. She wrote and published her first book on kingdom singleness and relationships in March 2023. Wow. And she has co-authored an anthology and is a 2-time #1 international best-selling author. Her testimony of taking leaps of faith and watching God exceed her expectations has brought her much success. She is such a joy to speak to, and God uses her powerfully throughout her prophetic gift. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Dr. Jamie Jo Johnson.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rial. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Miss Connie, for sharing those amazing yet impactful and practical steps. So thank you. So before we start, I just want to start by really, truly appreciating you, Dr. Rial. That bio was just too much, I think. But everything that I have done in the short span, I do believe I am a person of faith. So I give credit to my God, my Savior, my Lord Jesus Christ. But that does not mean I use him as a crutch for my inabilities. I do know life offers us opportunities, and it's up to us to either decide to make use of it or to sit and complain about other people making it in life. So I want to just start off by truly, truly appreciating every one of you listening, joining us virtually, because it does take a level of discipline to grow in any area of life. It could be your spiritual life, it could be your physical, emotional, relational, most importantly, financial. It's for those of us who take life's purpose seriously, and not just that, for those that are disciplined. And I liked how Miss Connie said she's a morning person, because that's what it is. It takes discipline to walk out the principles that you learn, because just because you have information don't mean there's going to be transformation. So to every one of you that's joining us virtually, to all of you that's listening or even watching the replay, it's an honor for me to share with you for the next 7 minutes. So I'm going to do my part as a life skills mastery success coach. I'm going to give it my all, and I hope I do justice to this topic because this is huge. These are things I've learned over years, and I'm going to give it to you in the next 7 minutes. So I want you to give me 3 things. I want you to give me your attention first, because your attention is actually going to affect your retention. So this is about your life. You get to hear from us. You get to implement these principles that we give you, but we need attention because that is a medium of exchange. Whatever you're going to attend to in these next 5 minutes, you're making a decision to actually ignore other things. So allow me the permission to just coach you for the next 5 minutes. So to help you, do listen, because your attention is going to affect your retention. And I need you to be open. I need some openness because closed minds are not going to get into open doors. Let that just sink in, right? Maybe you know a lot of things. Maybe you know a few things that are going to be shared here. But stay open to even tweaking some of the things you think you know, because some of these small tweaks are what's going to take you to greater peaks. So don't let what you think you know get in the way of what you don't know in the next 5 minutes. Okay, and finally, I just need your expectation. In my billboard, when Dr. Rial asked, what am I going to share? I said, I believe that everyone listening to us right now, you are appointed for favor. You are destined for greatness. But I need you to start believing that for yourself now. You need to believe that something significant is going to happen to you. And you might be saying, Coach Jamie, but I need to understand. You need to get me. You need to understand that in order for me to succeed, I need my mindset, I need skill sets, I need tools, I need to know things. I hear you. But out of all of these, your mindset trumps all. It is everything. I can tell you all the skills and tools you need right now, but without that mindset, you won't execute it. So increase your expectation for yourself. Raise it up high. If you don't have clarity about something, if you don't know just tools for finances, expect it. If you feel like you don't have courage to take the next step, I want you to expect courage by the end of these next 5 minutes. If you've been doubting and saying, nah, these are all scams, people just coming up so quickly, making the money, I want you to stop doubting and get the answers to start believing today with me. Okay? So I hope you give me those 3 things as we get going. So as I start, I want to just start off by saying my team and I, we just celebrated 1 year of our business officially last week, which is the result of a few principles that I've learned to apply in my life to see the manifestation of promises like we know, of dreams for some of us. But here are a few things that we were able to do in the past year. We were able to do over 1,000 breakthrough sessions where we saw lives that were healed and empowered and transformed. I'm working as a certified coach for a #1 international leadership academy in the US. I've helped close to 100 coaches craft and sell their offers. I've been in multiple speaking engagements, seminars, and workshops, like just like Dr. Rial said, 2 #1 Amazon best-selling books. I've had a TV interview done in the past few months, covered in 2 magazines, and our company was able to do over a 300% increase in a year. Now, I wish I was always financially sound or even aware of things. I wish I knew things before, but guess what? I needed to change the narrative of my life by taking responsibility I had to stop blaming situations, circumstances, what people did not teach me, and start educating myself about finances, especially because I lived with my parents until the age of 17, after which I had to travel. To then I thought it was to pursue my medical career and degree. So I needed to learn from the age of 17, and it only came in later, in my late 20s actually, where I knew I was very good at budgeting because I had a poor mindset. Listen, I didn't say poor mindset. I said poor because I didn't even have the ability to afford the extra O in the poor. My mindset was so broke when it came to finances. I learned that true wealth is not the amount you have in a bank necessarily or in the assets you own. True wealth starts in your mind. I believed I had a lot of potential, and some of you may be saying the same thing today. But some of us had very little to show for it. And so why this conversation is important is because how you think is who you are. And the way you think is actually going to determine your actions, which then is going to determine the results you're going to see. So I had to train myself to go from a lack or poverty mindset. Some of us know that as the scarcity consciousness to an abundant awareness. So for me personally, what helped me change and even renew this relationship with money was the principle which is called tithing. You find that in the Bible. It's a biblical principle. That allowed me to renew my mind. It allowed me to retrain my heart about money because listen, where your treasure is, that's where your heart is going to follow. So I'm going to give you just 3 points quickly in the next 3 minutes. Okay? When I realized this is something I needed to shift my mindset, the next practical thing I did was to actually learn and be informed about finances. Just 3 takeaways for each of you listening that has been the game changer for me. Number 1, when it comes to finances, the real way to grow is to change. Growth is going to be about making changes. If something is not going to challenge you, it's not going to change you. And some of you may say, oh, but nobody sees the value in me. I don't know what I got to offer. Can I tell you something? Anything in its crude form is cheap. Crude oil is cheap. It has no value unless it's refined. So the root problem here is that lack, that poverty, that scarcity consciousness that we carry, which is an unhealthy relationship trait that you have with money, because rich people and poor people think differently. Now, when you know your mind is a wealthy, conscious mind, when you know that you have abundance, and that all goes to the root, which we're going to look in the next few points, you realize that every challenge then turns to become an opportunity. But guess how poor people look at it? Every challenge becomes an obstacle. I want to actually tell you something my coach told me. He said, if you're not doing as well as you'd like, Jemmy, all that means is that there's something you still don't know. So now, the life that you can change is the one you're willing to invest in. You've been called and commissioned to live an excelling life. But that means you got to be committed to see the growth, which is going to make change a result of it. So the first one, be open to growth. Because the real way to grow is to change. And you will see that when you grow from within, you see how your unhealthy relationship with money changes too. And what does that do? You start to prepare for the things you know you deserve, or even the life that you dream about, because preparation is what's going to bring about manifestation. The secret between those who walk in financial freedom and those who just are broke and struggling is that missing link between wanting success and achieving it. When you know you're willing to change, you're willing to achieve what it is that you dream about. And this goes to, even as a medical doctor, I use my medical practice to just connect the difference between the mind and the brain. Your brain is always going to tell you something is hard when it's new. You got to train that brain to realize it's hard because it's not become a habit yet. Now, where does this start from? Our childhood. Our childhood influences shape our financial blueprint. These influences are then what's going to shape your thoughts, which then actually create habits, which then produce the results. And for most of us, not successful. So to change that root, because you don't like the fruit that it's producing, you need to go change the root. So to change what is visible on the outside, that could be practices with money that you're not very proud about. We need to change the invisible. Because you, my friend, you, my listener, you are created for more than you are complaining about. So it's actually interesting looking back that the first coach I even hired was a wealth strategist, not even knowing that I was going to start my own business, none of that. Because this is what I meant when I said you need to prepare for what you want in life, because what you get in life is not what you want, it's what you prepare for. Remember, anything cheap is just because it's in its crude form. Train it. You'll start to see value in it. That was my second point. Prepare to see it manifest. The third one, we need to understand that money is a spirit. It locates value. And when you have value, you have money. Currency is the frequency by which money travels. I've heard a lot of people say, I'm looking for money. Stop looking for money. It's not missing. It's attracted to who you are becoming. It's more about who you're becoming than more it is with what you do. What you need is to start evolving, grow, learn, because you then attract value, because then you transform, and then you're able to do exploits. Because when you learn, you evolve. When you evolve, you can transform. And when you transform, that leads to you taking steps that will help you do exploits. It's just like we have night and day. There's two sides to everything. Even a coin. There's left and right. Money also has sides to it. There are outer laws like business knowledge, money management, investment strategies, but there's also inner laws. So for example, in my profession as a medical doctor, we use tools like a stethoscope, thermometers, forceps, and scalpels, all of that. But just because I have top of the line tools does not mean you can be a top-notch doctor who can masterfully use the tools they have, which is actually more critical than just possessing tools. To the wealthy, money is a tool. You use it. It's not just important to be in the right place at the right time. You have to be the right person in the right place at the right time. This is where many have even this wrong mindset, especially in faith backgrounds regarding money, where they say, oh, money, no, it's the root of all evil. My beloved, the love of money is the root of all evil. And this is interesting because this is what shifted for me. If you find why it's the root of all evil and solve the issue, then it doesn't become an issue for you. So as I close, I want to ask you these questions because your mind or what you think about you is how you show up in life for you. Who are you today? How do you think? What are your beliefs about money? What are your habits and traits? Because you just are not going to get what you want in life. You get what you're prepared for. How confident are you in yourself? How well do you actually relate to other people? How well do you trust people? Because the fact is, your character, your thinking, and your beliefs are a critical part of what's going to determine the level of your success. So in closing, I want to leave you with this. Your success can only grow to the extent you do. So today, what are you willing to do about it? Thank you, ma'am.
Wow, Dr. Jeremy. Oh my goodness, I love your closing. Your success can only go to the extent on what you do. So what are you doing? What are you doing about around shifting your mindset when it comes to financial freedom? And you've also mentioned that true wealth is not all about like having that fat bank account, but it's all about the positive mindset. We are rich up here than we are rich on what we have on our bank accounts. And Dr. Jem, you've also mentioned that the real way to grow is to change. You'll have to change in order for yourself to be able to grow. What a profound message. I was busy taking notes, and I'll go back and watch the replay. So thank you so much, Dr. Jamie, for such a profound, much needed message. Thank you. And I can see our audience online. I can see all the love, all the love, all the love, all the love. I can see Brandon Abbey, he's watching. Oh, he's on fire, this one. He's really on fire. He's ready to take off with his rocket. And I can see he's saying, stop doubting and start living. I can see all the love, all the love. Benoit is watching, Annalie is watching, Princess Sebe is saying that be willing to grow. Yes, yes, be willing to grow. I can see Kennedy Gates. Oh my goodness, he's just a master when it comes to financial freedom. He's also watching and giving us more love. And I can also see Mariah. Mariah is saying that get your spark back. Yes, we're claiming our sparks. We're claiming our sparks, really our audience. So I can also see Stella watching. All our audience really have been really inspired. They've been motivated through all of your messages. So thank you so much, amazing speakers. So to our audience online, please feel free if you happen to have any questions for Corinne, if you happen to have any questions for Dr. Jamie, please feel free to drop them in the chat box, and we're gonna come back and attend to your questions towards the end of the podcast. So it's not going to be a show without me showing up and showing off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be the next next speaker. And then before I speak, what I'm going to do is share my bio, and I will come back and speak. So please enjoy. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. Really, my goal as a mentor or as a coach, it's so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to pursue success and drive sustainability. I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights.
Dr. Nampumelelo Rial Kunene is an international human rights policy analyst who consults on policies and procedures related to human rights compliance. She is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Lace Brown international speaker. This passionate leader holds a PhD with a discipline in leadership and business. Dr. Rial N. Kunene is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. She is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes. In a seriously funny way, Dr. Kunene is an award-winning author, 10 times #1 Amazon and international best-selling author. Her #1 best-selling book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. As a trainer, diplomacy protocol officer, and strategist, Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. She is also a true advocate for creating new policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations. Dr. Kunene's purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help organizations understand and promote human rights. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. This change maker, trailblazer, and revolutionary is pushing boundaries and creating a real change worldwide. Like a phoenix that never accepted defeat and rose from its own ashes, she wants to challenge you to unleash your greatness and rise to greater heights. Dr. Rial N. Kunene wears many hats. As a professional certified sales manager, CEO, certified travel counselor, publisher, medical esthetician, philanthropist, and a commissioner for oaths, following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalms 27 and 40 keeps her to rise to greater heights. The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Dr. Rial N. Kunene.
Thank you so much. No, really, you've set the bar high. Really, you've shared all the nuggets. I remember Corinne, she mentioned that building multiple streams of income and let that money help you to start new resources of incomes really is the best strategy for long-term wealth. And then Dr. Jamie on the other side, she was like, true wealth is not all about having that fat bank account, but it's all about the positive mindset when it comes to financial freedom. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be sharing around personal finance, because everything that you want in life, it can be yours. And you might not believe this as an individual out there, but trust me, it can be yours. Because most people, they believe that they see in their lives what they see in their lives is their current situation and the future reality, really. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be like that. It really doesn't have to be like that. We'll have like the way we're coming up here today to educate everyone around financial freedom, really, because you can envision a magical life for yourself and just make it happen. You have the ability to bring your ideal love life, work life, spiritual life, and emotionally healthy life into your own reality. You have to do this. It can start with you, not anyone else around you, but with you. And you can materialize people, experiences, and everything that your heart's desires, really. Remember, whatsoever is your heart's desire is also wanting you. It's also searching for you. Whatsoever you desire in your heart is also looking for you. So all you have to do is believe in your vision and follow the process. Good people, you really don't have to see the whole staircase in life to get to the top, but you need to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you'll have to get started to become great in life. So get started today and educate yourself on personal finance, because the biggest difference I've noticed between successful people and unsuccessful people isn't intelligence or maybe opportunities or perhaps like resources. It's the belief that they can make their goals happen. That's it. Once you believe that you can actually go for your goals and succeed, you've already succeeded. We all deal with vulnerability, uncertainty, and failure in life. Some of us trust that if we move forward anyway, then we'll figure it out. So I'm thankful that I'm one of those people who just have that mindset that, if I just take that one step ahead, I will figure it out anyways, and I can make things happen. I remember myself when I started my business, I was the only entrepreneur in our family in the last century, really. I didn't have anyone like to learn from, but I trusted the process. I trusted that I will figure just everything out anyway. So if you don't believe that it's possible to make new things work in your life, then it's hard to make any progress. I don't care how good the ideas that you have in your mind, nothing will work for you if you don't believe in it. nothing will ever work for you. And more importantly, nothing will work if you don't believe in yourself. You'll have to believe in yourself. Like Corinne mentioned that she works with her clients to first believe the self-confidence. You'll have to believe in yourself first before you go out there and convince the world that they can actually believe in you. So it's a wake-up call, good people. It's a wake-up call towards financial freedom. But when that alarm clock goes off, please, 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 don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I will wake up in the next 2 minutes. I will wake up in the next 4 minutes. You know what? Forever is a long time. Why don't you wake up, get going, and get more knowledge around financial freedom? Because you can't achieve financial freedom without knowing your starting point. So looking at how much debt you have, or maybe how much savings you don't have, and how much money you need can be really, really a depressing reality. But this is a valuable step in the right direction. Perhaps the most important concept I've learned through self-education is the key to life. Yes, I know the key to my life today. That key is giving, giving, giving. Like Dr. Jamie mentioned, that it's all about tithing. Tithing. The moment you just do that, really, you'll be on your way to success. I came from always looking out for myself, but now I know the key to my happiness is to give over and over again without like the expectation of anything in return. So give. Somehow God conspires to provide me all that I want. And honestly, more than I will ever need. God is just so faithful. Kings and queens, let's just face it. Let's face it. You can't give from an empty cup. You really can't give from an empty cup. You'll have to fill up your cup first before you start giving. Fill up your cup first, and then from the overflow, that's where you can start giving. So fill up your cup first. If it requires you to gain more knowledge around personal finance, fill that cup, get that more knowledge so that you will know when the time is right to start giving out there. So coming back to personal finance, I think personal finance is a necessary life skill that must be taught in schools, really. Why? I'm glad you've asked that, because having basic personal financial skills is one of the most important things you can do in order for you to live a healthy, happy, and secure life. Because your level of understanding around the fundamentals of like budgeting, saving, debt, and investing, really, it will impact every part of your life and can mean the difference between prosperity and poverty in your life. I know in high schools we were taught arts, told home economics, you name it. Really, they're all valuable to know for sure. But how often on a day-to-day basis do you need to learn about budgeting, saving, debt, and investing? Really, that's my sentiments exactly. So we need to be educated on a daily basis around that area. How can you start saving as a teenager, for example? How can you focus on managing your debt? How can you invest in many businesses? Really, our children, they need to hear this because we've missed it from our high schools. So our children, really, they'll have to learn about this. As flight attendants always say, that put on your oxygen mask first before you go out there, and assist the person who's sitting next to you, because if you don't, trust me, when that flight goes down, you and the other person you're trying to help could possibly go down. So it's high time you put on that oxygen mask first, get more knowledge on financial freedom. If we speak of financial freedom, we don't speak of the pyramid schemes that are just happening there, whatever they call it, MLM, MMM. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about the knowledge on how you can actually start saving your money, investing your money, manage your debts, and so that you are just debt free in the long run. Because the reality is, your journey to be a better person, it starts with you. It doesn't start with your neighbor. It doesn't start with your friend. It starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach your full potential. Really, you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. So don't ever give up on your heart's desires. Just recall this, just in case you can't find the way. You can have the drive within you to become what you really want in life. Can you say this after me? I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. You know, let's say it one more time, as if you have faith in your own powerful voice. We're going to affirm this. We're going to place our our left hand on our chest, and then we're going to raise our right hand, and we're going to affirm it that I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. I can have the drive within me to get where I just want to be in 6 months, because the drive is inside of you. Just give yourself a round of applause, because the drive is just inside of you, and no one else has the same drive as you have. You can achieve anything where you put your mindset in. The drive is just inside of you. So it's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. And I know many, when they try to say my name, they always butcher my name. But really, my name, Nompumelelo, in my own language, it means mother of all success. So you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. You know, so if I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Maybe let me say in the next 6 months. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. If you're watching us online, just put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. So as a coach or as a mentor, like many of us here, like I always preach about that, my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. You know, it's so funny. When I was in the 8th grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix bird, meaning I became successful again. Really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me. And it also aligns with my destiny. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestor, which represents our capacity for vision and success. So I want to encourage you, if you're watching and listening under my voice, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside, and trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes. Since the phoenix has to die, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Really, I so wish that you can just tell yourself that, you know what, it's high time I go out there and be the change and make a difference. And if you make a difference, the change that you want to see in this world must first begin with you. How are you with your finances, really? You've got to be hungry about making that difference. You've got to be hungry about impacting many lives out there. You've got to be hungry like the hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if you had a giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. And it's so funny though, because even with elephants, when they see a lion, what they do is that they run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They already told themselves that, you know what, I'm a lunch to that lion. So each and every time when I see a lion, I'll have to run. I believe that that's the lion mindset that you need in order for us to, you know, to improve on our financial situations, in order for us to even dream bigger and start investing our finances, because it's all about the mindset. I believe that we are all in this together. We're all in this together. We're going to rise to greater heights. As much as we share knowledge with the whole world, we're going to rise to greater heights, because we rise by lifting each other up than tearing anyone down. Please write this down. Write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. And I know you've heard this before, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your own future. But here's one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters. And some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that God has a better plan for every one of us. Your objective is what you were designed for and the reason why you live today. With God, I believe that we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow his strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your gift and following God's idea, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach your full potential. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if he had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what skills, what talents, and what books will die with you? And the late Dr. Miles Monroe continued saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the goals, all the visions, all the skills, all the talents, and all the ideas have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me listening to all these amazing messages, it just gave me sleepless nights. It really gave me sleepless nights. And that was when I decided to follow my own dreams, which gave me a purpose to see my goals through and understand that I do have everything around me to reach my full potential. So this year, I am also determined to rise to greater heights with as many motivated professionals as much as I can. So I offer free, no obligation 30-minute friendly Zoom call for us to sit down to see if we can actually work together. If you're ready maybe to start and scale your business within 90 days, or maybe you just want to get started with that book. You just want to write a book that will become #1 bestseller on Amazon. Trust me, and international as well. Trust me, I can make that happen for you. So go on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com, and book that consultation call with me. So if you are a public speaker, a coach, or maybe an entrepreneur, maybe a motivated professional really who wants to multiply your income just by doing what you truly love and making a real impact out there. Perhaps you want to get highly booked and highly paid as an author or as a speaker. Maybe you just want to speak with a new level of confidence and clarity using your book. Maybe you wanna scale your business, start, maybe grow, or maybe scale your business. Trust me, go out there and book that call on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com, because I really want to empower you to become highly effective and an inspiring leader with a personalized, measurable, but a scalable program. So book that call now. I also have a masterclass coming up, which is the Write and Publish Your Bestseller Book in 90 Days masterclass. So in that masterclass, I will show you the 3 super easy steps to write and publish your bestseller book in 90 days, as I will then guide you on a simple systems that drive traffic, sales, as well as revenue. Then I will give you a blueprint, because at the end of the day, you'll have to have a blueprint on how to actually use your book to get more speaking engagements, and it comes with a guarantee. So go out there, good people, and book that call. For those of you who've already written your books, but you feel like, you know what, my business is not actually scaling, so I also have a boot camp to ensure your success. I have a boot camp. In this boot camp, what I will share all the secrets that I've used to elevate my brand and my business. And I will also show you the smart way to skyrocket your income. And then I will give you the keys to unlock freedom in order for you to live a balanced life. Because my ultimate goal is that you feel extremely confident about your purpose. So we will take it one step at a time, and you are going to transform. If you give me your why, I will show you the how. So this consultation, it offers accountability, education, growth, as well as success. Because, growing up, I didn't have much in life, because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And I thank God that I missed that flight, because I'm still here. I'm still sharing my message. I'm still impacting as many lives as much as I can, because I had everything because of my mama's love. And I love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. So at this moment, please feel free to share with the audience. Thank you. Share with the audience if you have any freebie that you just want to offer them, that call, that consultation call, or maybe how they can reach out to you, or maybe how they can work with you. Please feel free to share with the audience. So Corinne, the stage is yours, Queen.
Thank you so much. And yeah, I just realized we have met for a reason. There is so much alignment of all three of us. This is amazing, absolutely amazing. So for my side, I can offer two things. As I'm German speaking, working in Switzerland, German is my mother tongue, so most of my programs are in German. But what I do have a special offer. I am about to learn a new skill to scale my income to the next level. And I'm taking 30 women with me and help them to create a new additional income. I will put the link in the comments. That's just a video to click through to determine a little bit where they want to go. And I will take them by hand, step by step, for free. This is an educational system which is in place, a very successful one, to really have an active income. Just to be clear, that's not a passive income. But when there is somebody who want to have clearness, what are the possibilities, what options are, where to start, I will put my Calendly link in it, so you can book a meeting with me. We have a chat, we figure out your goal, your desires, whatever. Sometimes just talking with a pro is very, very helpful. And this is such a great platform, it's absolutely free of cost. It's just a starting point with no obligations, nothing to worry about, just to take the first step. So if it's okay, I will put the information in the comment section below. Is this what you think us to do after this, Dr. Rial? Is that okay? Okay.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Okay.
Wow, so good. People go out there and reach out to Corinne. Who doesn't like free stuff? I know most of us, we like free stuff, but we don't take advantage of that free stuff. Or maybe that's something I've actually realized about individuals. They will sign up for your free stuff, but they will not show up. But it's free, and it's really, really informative, so helpful, but they don't show up. So go out there, good people, and reach out to Corinne, because you need this accountability partner who will just hold you hand by hand as she's guiding you throughout her program. You can go ahead, Dr. Jamie, and please share with the audience.
Thank you, ma'am. So whatever I do, everything is stemmed on the principles I've gained from the Bible. So that's all things relationships, all things business, all things ministry, everything. So when you spoke about not having an example, that's where I started. Because I always had this question of, if the sky is so expansive, like, why do I have to struggle? And that's when the Lord said, I am extravagant, but not wasteful. So I realized, okay, so it's my responsibility then to get to everything that God has promised me. It's not just going to happen. It's not delivered on a platter with a silver spoon in your mouth. Not many of us are born like that. But it's up to us to live the way God wants you to live, or the way you believe the universe wants you to live. It's up to you to live the life you desire to live. So the verse that motivated me was 3 John 1:2, which says, Beloved, I pray that you prosper in all things, even your health, just as your soul prospers. So my question is, just because you say you're a person of faith, you don't have to lack in another area. God's not okay with that, because he didn't create you to live a life that you hate. You are created to live in influence, have impact, and be fulfilled. And so whatever I do on my website, it's www.kingdomharvesther.com. We have multiple coaching programs. And it's so interesting, Dr. Rial, you spoke about the masterclass you're doing. We just launched a program which is write your book in 90 days and get it published, which we started 2 months ago. Yes, because I want to help people do it. Nobody taught me how to write a book. Nobody even told me that I could write a book. People were like, why would you write a book? But everyone used to tell me, my goodness, the wisdom you have, write something with it. But you see, I needed to believe that there was something in me that I could write about. And I wrote this book, which is on I think it's on the left of your screen. It's called Before You Say I Do, which became the #1 best-selling Amazon. I wrote that within 4 weeks. I thought it was just going to be an ebook, but God said, no, it's got to be published and go on Amazon. And let me tell you, every strategy I got was just so divine. And I want to help people get their word out. The way I say it is, I wrote this book because I didn't find one on the shelf. So when you have the excuse of saying, no one showed me, no one did that for me, be the first one so other people can walk through the brick or the door that you're breaking through. Pave that way for people then. That's what I live about. So there's multiple courses on our website. I've even just created a branding package for entrepreneurs and coaches as a token of our appreciation from my team and I. And if you want a brand that looks professional, that's amazing. Go over to www.kingdomharvesther.com. Go over to the page where you shop for things. You get journals, you get to look at the programs we give, but we do have a free gift and a free strategy session you can have with me. So it's all on the website. I'm here to lift people as I climb. My heart is to see people live a life that they are grateful for. Because like you said, Dr. Rial, many people are invested into their entertainment and not their advancement. People will buy a ticket for a concert and make sure they show up. But somehow for things like this, people sign up but don't show up. But let's not be that. Let's be that change. And so I'm here if you need me. I believe I'm a harvester that multiplies dividends. That's what I'm all about. I do not despise small beginnings because a harvest is from a little seed, a little thing. That little in you is all you need. Yes.
Wow, wow. So good, people. Go out there and reach out to Dr. Jeremy. If you want to get started with that book, I know, the work is the work is more, but we don't have the leaders who can just do this. So if she can offer that course that you can actually also write and publish your book in 90 days, the way I'm doing it, go out there and reach out to her, because we have so many individuals out in this world to serve. Go out there and reach out to her whatsoever she has to offer in her website. I know when it comes to branding, she's a pro. So go out there and reach to Dr. Jeremy and see how you can really work with her. And she's going to take you to the next level. You're going to evolve, I'm telling you. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to our amazing speakers, Corinne and Dr. Jeremy, for being with us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network. Really, we don't take your presence here on this platform for granted, because we know how much sacrifice you've made just to be here, as we are all busy individuals. But you've decided, you were like, you know what, that 90 minutes is just nothing. As long as I come and share my knowledge and share my wisdom with the audience. So we appreciate both of you. Thank you so much. And to our audience online, really, I can see Delhi, she's saying powerful. Kayal, Laroque, she's watching. Really, our audience online have been inspired by all of your messages. So to our audience online, thank you so much for joining us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. I hope from all these amazing messages, from all these amazing speakers, you've been inspired, you've been motivated, and you are ready to rise to greater heights. So do join us next week at the same time, same place. Thank you. Merci, Sia Bonga.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as